You got the touch. You got the power.
Arise, Rodimus Prime.
Rodimus Bill here, and today we're going to do Transformers Generations Studio Series number 13, Megatron from Revenge of the Fallen. First, we'll look at the package. There is the number 13, Megatron in his robot mode. Studio Series, ages 8 and above. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Transformers logo, Generations. You got a cutout on the top. Words on the bottom. There is that side. And look at that. Autobot? Megatron is an Autobot? Interesting. And then you got big screen inspired scale, detail, backdrop, Transformers, forced fight, combat, whatever. And 32 steps. And then his wave mates 12 and 12 is Brawl. Then you got 5 Optimus Prime and 6 Starscream. And backdrop included. And that is Megatron from Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series. Now let's take this bad boy out of the package and see what we've got. And here we go with Megatron right out of the packaging. First, I thought I'd look at the display stand. There you go. We'll take this out first. Try to get it all in the picture. And there is a forest scene, Transformers Studio Series 13. And it says Revenge of the Fallen. And it is the tree scene where Megatron killed Optimus Prime. And that is how that displays it. I won't display it like that, but I thought I'd show you. Here's Megatron. And first we're going to do some comparisons. Okay, now this is Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. And this is the Last Night Megatron. Now, what I like about these Megatrons are the shoulders. They kept it pretty consistent throughout the movies. He's got 2 shoulders, asymmetrical. They're different. And these shoulders, asymmetrical, different. This one kind of curves down, so does that. This curves up, but, you know, I like how the Megatron, this used to be my favorite Megatron. Now I think it's a tie. And notice how the Studio Series is a little taller than the Last Night Megatron. Now we'll do Age of Extinction Galvatron. Kept his normal gray. He's more silver than gray. But that is how those two line up. And of course, about the same size. Sticking with the Galvatron mode, this is Titans Return Galvatron from the 1986 movie. Both Voyager figures, and they're about the same. Now here's where it gets interesting. This is Studio Series Optimus Prime from Revenge of the Fallen. This is the Optimus Prime that this Megatron kills. Notice how the difference in these two. Now I think in the first 2 movies, this was the actual height difference. Because Megatron is always so much bigger than Optimus. But that is how, that is how those two line up. Now this is a Voyager Megs, and this is the Deluxe Stinger from Age of Extinction. And that's how those guys line up. And then last, I want to show you my only other Studio Series figure, which is Jazz, which has got to be one of the smallest figures there are as a deluxe size. And this is the Jazz that, not this Megatron, but the first movie rips in half. So as you can see, if this is the same size as the first movie, it's about accurate. Because here's Megatron. There you go. There's Megatron ripping Jazz in half. So that's about accurate. I do like this figure. And that is all the comparisons. Now for articulation, we'll do this arm. It does do a whole 360. It goes out more than 90 degrees. You have a bicep swivel, 360. Elbow, a little more than 90. And these claws of his are made of rubber. And they do move. His head you can move him if you move this panel, but his head does move 360, and you can make him look up. Then he's got movable rockets in the back, and the other side, this only goes 90 degrees. Still has the bicep swivel, more than 90 degrees, and this big knife, you just fold up, and it tucks away, and there's the cannon. Legs, not much movement forward, but back, you do have a lot of movement, and he doesn't have knees per se, but I guess you can call this a knee. This extends out, and you got that movement here, and his feet do rotate on a little joint, and you can move his feet open. And that is Megatron. Now for some close-up, let's look at his head. He does have red eyes, he does have gold teeth, and he's mostly gray. Let's see, his guns, he's very, very intricately detailed. I mean, you look at some of this detail, I mean, they did a good job of it. Definitely 3D. And he's got that copper color. He's got like copper carbon tubing, or like packs. See? More of that copper. Here's the other arm. Very nicely done. You get down by his crotch area. He's got more of that copper. And then look at here. Inside his tanks. Look at all that detail. I mean, they really did a good job of bringing out all the detail on this figure. Could use a little more paint, but still very nice. I mean, you can't say that Hasbro didn't take their time designing these guys, adding detail. Now, his one problem is, well, he's got two major problems. One is he is a hollow figure. They could have done something better with transformation. I'm surprised they didn't. But you don't see it if his arms are down. Here's the back of him. He's got big rocket thrusters. Very nice detail. He's got kind of like, and a darker black. And this is the other problem. I guess you'd call these friction hinges. And these pop off so easy. In fact, when I got mine, they were not even connected in the packaging. But there's that hollow gap again. And I guess he's got like a gap too there. But if you display him like this, you don't really see the gap. You're not going to display him laying down. You don't really see the gap, so it's not that big of a deal. He's got 2 screws for butt, but that's fine. And there is Megatron. Now we're going to get to transformation. First, what we're going to do is we got to move these up to extend the leg. And this is the part you got to be careful on. This is a slider. So you got to slide that over. Close the toes up. Like to straighten this out. This goes up. And this little guy is on a hinge, where you just got to fold it forward and out. And then last, what you want to do is rotate him at the thigh, and one leg is done. You just got to keep the leg like that. Oh, and pull this down. So that you can just leave that one leg like that. Other leg, again, you want to move this out of the way, straighten the leg, move it down the slider. Okay? And these things fall off a lot. Straighten the tank tread, move this up, and this little guy, what you want to do is slide it up and out like that. Rotate them this way, pull them down, and now you got to keep them like that. Now you got to go up to the top. Okay, move the camera up. Now, here what you want to do is untab them. These tab in to those tabs right there. So you got to untab both arms, put them out like that. This expands out, expands out, expands out, and this snaps so it's straight. Bring it down like that. Now what you want to do is take the arm, fold it in. Now there's a tab right here. What you want to do is get this tab into that slot. So he folds in, and you just tab that in. Same as the other side. Now the other side's opposite. The tab is on the body right there. So what you gotta do is rotate the arms, and then you just want to find that tab right, the slot right there, which is here, and you just want to tab that in, and that's tabbed in. Now you got one tab there into this slot, and in the back you got a slot right there. There you go. And you got a tab back here. So you want to push this back until you get this tab in and this tab in. So now he's all settled. Take the head and move it forward. Now what you want to do is rotate these up. I'm going to rotate both of them up just so you can see. Now this is the only tricky part. Now you have a tab right here, which you have to get right there. So you just got to get this tab into there's a better, there you go, this tab into that slot, and this stays underneath the chin right there. Other side, here we'll do it this way so you can see it. Again, there's that little slot right there, and you got to get this in. There you go. This is under the chin. Now what you want to do is these panels, untab, these tab right in here, but these like to fall off too. So you got to push this back, and it will come undone. There. And again on the other side, and these pop off. Very easy too. And now those just stay like that. So now if you just, there, you just pop that out, or you just straighten this out, he's locked in. See how this is? You can move this a little up like that. Everything's locked in. Oh shoot, I forgot to fold in. Oh no, there it goes. Alright, and there is Megatron. Let's move the camera down. There is Megs in his tank mode. Yep, a little piece fall off. I said these pieces fall off very easy. Sometimes it's easier to take them off before you transform it. And you got these little guys pop up, and it doesn't have that much movement right here, and these just lock in right there. But you can move his tank tread up and down. He rolls pretty good, and he does have visible head syndrome. There is his face looking straight ahead, and then you got that nice black, and there's that copper tank tread. It's kind of weird how he's got the tank tread going up here, then he's got it down here, but there's the side of him, the back of him. I really don't like that. This is what I'm afraid of, these breaking when you transform him. Back is just all his arms, He's a Cybertronian vehicle, so it's not really hiding like Earth vehicles. There's all that detail. And there's more detail at the top. It's got that little, this is a blacker color than the gray. And then on the bottom, really can't tell where his arms or legs are, except there's his head. But still, he's a pretty good figure. And he rolls pretty good. He's got two little wheels up here that roll. And now we'll do some comparisons. And here is Megatron from The Last Night. That is his Cybertronian jet mode and a tank. And that is how those two guys line up. And this is Galvatron from Age of Extinction. That is how those two guys, oops, there you go, those two guys line up. And both Voyager sizes, so they're about the same size. And next we have the Galvatron from Titan's Return, which I have transformed incorrectly. But he's a tank, and so is he. Okay, next, Optimus Prime Studio Series from Revenge of the Fallen. And this is the Optimus Prime that Megatron killed. So there you have those two guys. Both Voyager classes, but you saw how Megatron was so much bigger than Prime. There you go. And then we've got Megatron with Stinger. There you go. Deluxe versus Voyager. And then Little Jazz with Megatron. Quite a big difference. Jazz is small. Now, one thing, if yours isn't even with the floor, right here, what you want to do is just pop this up. You can just see this area, this little piece right here moves. So if you're not even, just put a little pressure there, like pop that, and then it'll be even. Now, we'll transform it back real quick, because it's always good to see both ways. Okay, first thing you do is flip. Now these, remember I was telling these like to pop off, but you want to do is put this tab into this groove right here. So you push that in. So, that lock in there. And these are a friction ridge. See, they pop off real easy. So you just gotta pop them on. So, and they just slide on. So what you want to do with these, easiest thing to do is untab it from right there, twist it around, twist the leg around this way, push these back, push, first we got to do I always forget this part. This is a slider, which you got to be very careful you don't break. Then you can move that back. Okay, flip this little guy, folds over, and then you want to bring this part down there and bring this out. So there you have it done. Oh, and split the feet. Okay, other side we'll do a little easier. Swing it down, rotate it, slide, bend at the knee, push this down, turn this over, this part, bring down, flip this over, and split the legs. There's those little pieces again. So now you got half a Megatron. Then move up. What you want to do is untab the back. There you go. And just move this up. Flip these around. Flip these around. Rotate out. Rotate out. Pull this in. Pull this in. Crack that. That slides right in there. Remember these tabs. Oh, move these out of the way. Those tabs right there goes into those slots. So you want to get the backpack all situated. Plop that arm in. Again. Plop that arm in. Fold the legs up. Snap them in. Fold the legs up. Snap them in. Pull the head down. And now you are back to Megatron. You can move this bad sideways. And then you can just fix them up. I don't know why they have them separate the feet. Whoops. And these stupid friction hinges. Oh, they both fell off. Like I said, they just come off real easy. Snap that on. And there you got Megatron. Back in his Revenge of Fallen glory. Alright, I hope you liked this video. Please like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you know whenever I got a new video. Like I said, we do Transformers, we do superheroes, we do Lego reviews, we do movie reviews. We do it all, and we try to keep up with the latest figures. This is Erasmus Bill, saying till all are one, till all are one. At the end of this day, one shall stand, one shall fall.